Oh my god, Cass. Hello, welcome back to the podcast. This is I Found This Humorous, the podcast I named after looking at my shirt. Why are you all the way back there?
I couldn't move.
So, we're doing another relationship/sex advice podcast because this has been highly requested and Sage is back in town, and so we're doing it.
I know a lot about relationships and I'm really good at them.
Yeah, so...
Hey, Brandon.
So I asked you guys on Instagram to ask relationship/sex questions.
Ew, my phone was in his bowl.
And I have a lot. To go over. We're not going to go over every single one, but...
You bitches need help. You bitches need help for real.
It's just a 4-hour long video. Okay, hold on. Is it slutty to be having sex with 2 of your friends? I got 2 friends with benefits and I'm constantly judged. No. Oh? Do you think differently?
Well, I mean, think about my situation about like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, but that's different because y'all weren't friends with benefits.
Yeah.
One of them wasn't.
If you just have 2 friends that are just... It could get messy. I would know.
Yeah.
But if it's just 2 friends and you're fucking both of them...
As long as there's communication of like, me and you are friends with benefits, we're not in a relationship, we're not exclusive, and like you're communicating that you also are seeing this other person, I don't think it's an issue at all.
But if you're trying to keep it like a secret and you feel ashamed, I mean, yeah, rightfully so, because like communication is a big thing. Because even if you're having sex with someone and you have sex with someone else, you gotta tell the other person.
Yeah.
It's all about cleanliness because you don't know if those people are also fucking with other people, and that is also an issue.
Very true. Also, they asked if it was slutty. No. Also, being slutty is like not even real. Like if I want to be overly woke, like the idea of a slut is just another way to like control women.
Yeah. Because if men fuck many bitches and it's
then they're like cool and they're a player. Cass wants to be a YouTuber so fucking bad. Alright, next question. Are y'all good now? Okay. Guys. Okay, the next question. Do you think the first time has to be with someone who you are Do you think the first time has to be with someone who you are attached emotionally to? I don't think it has to be if you don't want it to be, but I do think for the overall experience, it should be someone that like you trust or cares about you or vice versa.
Yeah, I think that like if you just want to like get it out of the way, because the first time is never the best time.
No.
So for me, it was someone that I was emotionally attached to, but I didn't necessarily feel like it needed to be. Mm-hmm. For me, I was kind of like, whatever, this is just gonna happen one day, so like fuck it. But if you want it to be, then yeah. I don't necessarily think you have to discover like a fun time, because like now, I think it's also weird that we think that like it has to be like that when we're younger, and then we're older, we have sex with people and it's not emotional at all.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
What age do you believe is best to start having sex?
12. I'm just kidding. I thought you were gonna say relationships.
No. I don't know if this is a hot take. I really don't think people 16 and under should be having sex. And I'm sorry, because I know you did.
No, yeah. No, honestly, looking back, I don't think I should have had sex at 14.
Yeah.
It's just like, I was not mentally prepared for that. And then maybe I feel like that's why I have a lot of issues about sex now, especially with older people. Anyways, no, I kind of feel the same. I think around 16, 17, like, you know, you're near being a adult legally.
Yeah.
So the closer you get, the closer you can start doing stuff. But like, yeah, anywhere below like 16, maybe not even 15, because 15 to me is basically 14. I don't think
so at all.
Yeah. 16. If you do it before then, I mean, we can't stop you. But be safe and don't be dumb.
Yeah. Ooh, what do you do if you love the person but don't see a future together with them? It's gonna end eventually.
Yeah, that's a hard thing, is something you have to have the conversation with each other, because you could be on very different roads. Like, also communication about that is weird, because like, just because you might not see a future doesn't necessarily mean you have to say that out loud, because if y'all have already...
Or that you have to end it immediately.
Exactly. If y'all have already established it's not going to last forever, then you don't necessarily have to bring that up. Because like, I was in a relationship where he was like, God, it sucks to think one day we're not going to be together anymore. And I was
Who said that?
Ivan. I was like, you don't have to say that. I know that we're not going to be together forever. I know this is not going to end well, but saying that makes it seem like you're waiting for it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You have to establish that with the partner of like, I love you, I do love you, I don't see this going on forever. And then you can talk about like, well, do you want to keep going for now? Mm-hmm. Do you think because some people think, well, what's the point?
Yeah, and some people are like, well, let's just ride it out until we can't anymore. So it really just depends on your relationship.
If you're not comfortable, then shit.
But it's something you would have to communicate. Because if not, then it just, like, is gonna go bad, you know?
Because then you're just thinking about, like, okay, when's it gonna end?
Yeah.
And you're not having fun anymore.
How do you know if you like someone or not? I don't know if I like this girl and it's driving me crazy.
Watch Heartstopper.
I think if you know, you know. I think if you're unsure, then you probably... It's more of like curiosity / what's the word? Not attraction, but like, what's the other word?
Hesitation.
Infatuation.
That one.
Than like actual attraction.
Yeah, there's a big difference. Like, I look at people, it's so obvious. Like, I look at people on like, I don't know, Bumble and shit, and I'm like, I'm physically attracted to you. I think that you are physically attractive. But then I'll be talking to people and I'm like, you just know. You're like, I just don't feel it. And then I will be talking to like, classic man. And I'm like, I like you so much. I can feel it. My heart races. It's just, it's so corny to say, but it's obvious.
It's, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
That's not, if you know, then you know. It's not like, if you know, you know.
Yeah, and if you're questioning if you do, you probably don't.
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna hand this question to you. How do you deal with gender dysphoria during sex? A lot of people ask, like, similar stuff like that.
You just don't think about it. I'm just kidding. It's hard because it differs with people. Like, for me, with someone that I was recently messing around with, as if I haven't already said their name multiple times just in this video. Yeah. I never felt like I was being judged. I think a lot of what you have to set up before the sex is comfortability with the person you're doing it with. If you're just hooking up with a rando, and the dysphoria is going to be there no matter what, and you're going to be uncomfortable, and you're going to be sitting there like, you're looking at my genitals, and you probably think you're probably going to call me a man. Like, you know, like, for me personally, like, terms like mommy and shit, like, don't float well with me. Mm-hmm. And that happened last night. Anyways.
He called you mommy?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And I was like, ew. Because I don't know, me personally, that makes me think that you're thinking of me as, like,
fully
a persona or a fully a woman. Mm-hmm. So it gets very tricky with hookups. But with someone that you've established relationships, you've established body parts and all that stuff with, if you're open to being that comfortable, that's not something you have to necessarily think about. Like, I've never had to think about it with that person. I always was kind of like, well, they know what I look like and they know how I feel about things, so I can't really, there's nothing else to say. Like, they're comfortable and I'm comfortable, and it was never an issue.
This one's interesting. Is being physically fit part of having a better sex life?
No.
I would kind of argue yes.
Well,
just because
fit, yeah. I mean, I guess I get what you're saying.
For stamina purposes and certain positions, for example, if you're on top of a dick, I would say the more I've, like, gotten physically fit, I can go longer in that position without, like, my knees or my hips getting tired. It still happens. It's going to happen regardless. But I would say, like, you don't need to be jacked. Yeah. And I would say it's not even, like, you can't have sex if you're not fit. But I would say it has benefits.
Yeah. I guess what I was thinking was, like, do you have to be fit to have, like, good sex? No.
I don't think so.
But would being fit benefit you in certain ways? Probably. Not looks-wise. If you're worried about attraction, no, that's fucking dumb. But if you're worried about, like, literal positions that you can be in, yeah, probably. Am I in missionary doing a middle split sometimes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it hot? Yeah. is Classic Man like, damn, you flexible baby, and I'm like, slay. and is. And sometimes I look like I'm folding in a box, bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, slay. My hip be hurting though. That's because I got bad hips. I got 30-year-old woman hips.
Oh my god. What's your take on casual hookups without commitment, but actual, like, as actual best friends? So me and you started casually having sex on the reg. No qualms.
No qualms. You just really have to establish a relationship firsthand.
Yeah.
And as soon as something becomes more or complicated, you either end that shit, bless you, or you talk about that shit.
Yes.
ASAP. Like, communication in general is good.
Yeah.
But if you're already besties for the resties, that could ruin so much for y'all. So I'd almost even cautious not doing it if you haven't established a comfortable relationship beforehand.
Yeah.
If there's already tension in your relationship, there's no need to have sex and bring
True.
more shit into it.
Yeah. Communication is key on that.
Yeah.
Is it worth all the overthinking? No. Most of the time, no. Tips on keeping in contact with an ex after a breakup. Don't. At least not for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, listen, bitch. I'm bad at that shit. Paul, I talked to them for so long. Ivan, I talked to him for so long. I still talk to Ivan sometimes. Well, not really, but like we keep in touch, I guess. Sebastian, we talked for like a long time. Is it the healthiest thing in the world? No. You can say, oh, but I want us to be friends after this. Yeah, fucking right.
If you want to be friends after, I still think you would need to put distance between you after the breakup.
At least months.
A few weeks to a few months.
Yeah, you need time to remember life without that person first.
Yes.
Before you can have them
That's
back
a
in your
great
life.
way to put it, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do when you don't find your partner attractive and you can't easily break up? Why are you dating someone you're not attracted to?
No, I was about to say, well, how'd you get in that situation, Bessie?
Yeah, I want to know some context.
Yeah. Did they get a haircut and you're like, ew, fugly bitch? like what happened to where you suddenly were like, ew?
Yeah, I'm very interested.
Don't ever date someone you're not physically attracted to. I'll always say that. You can love them emotionally. They could be the sweetest person. They could be so generous and you're so in love with them emotionally. If you don't find them sexually or physically attractive, it's not going to work. That is still part of a relationship.
And piggybacking off of that, if you like someone that much, but you don't think they're the hottest person in the world, I've found that the more that you talk to them and the more interested you are in them personality-wise, they get hotter.
You think I was super interested in my...
No. So if you're like at the point where you're already together but you don't find them attractive at all, that's bad.
Yeah. If you didn't start getting attracted to them when y'all started dating, nar.
But you can't easily break up. I don't know, like, if that's because of, like, the
Don't
situation.
tell them it's because they're unattractive to you.
Yeah, don't say that, but breaking up would obviously be best.
Yeah, break up, just lie. I'm just kidding.
Not us. That's bad advice.
No, yeah.
But, like,
be honest that you're not, like, necessarily attracted to them, but, like, you don't have to, like, go into depth.
What's a nice way to say it? Because imagine being told that, though. There has to be a better way to go around it without, like, explicitly lying.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Just break up through Snapchat.
Oh, my God. No. How to actually bring up kinks you want to try. Communication.
A casual conversation. Y'all could be cuddling and be having conversations. A lot of...
If you can't casually talk about sex, it's not worth continuing.
No. You have to be open to talk about stuff and not feel embarrassed by that person's reactions.
Yeah.
Like me and someone.
Which one?
Classic Man.
Oh. You might as well just start saying all their names. You already are.
Yeah.
I'm not taking the time to blur anything.
Yeah. Me and Classic Man, like, we'll literally be sitting on my bed and we'll be, like, doing homework. Literally just doing homework, and we'll casually be having a conversation about our kinks and like stuff that we like, stuff that we could do better, stuff that we didn't like that we did. Like we created such a comfortable relationship where we could literally talk about anything at any time, alone, obviously. About stuff that we were comfortable with.
I also think it's ironically kind of easier to talk about it when you're like neither of you are
not
like
having sex.
Yeah, when you're not like in the mood, when you're not doing anything.
Because you put you on the spot.
Yeah.
And then if you don't like it, it's weird.
Yeah.
And you're uncomfortable. Like if you ask someone to spit on you and you don't like it, now you're covered in spit and you feel weird and you're out of the moment. Like I liked it, but like other people might not. I drank that shit. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Communicate. I feel like a lot of our answers are going to be either break up or communicate, to be honest.
I'm sorry, but a lot of you hoes don't understand. Yeah. Not hoes. You guys are not whores. You're like the... Anyways. I don't know where I was going with that. But, yeah, communication, y'all. Oh my god, it's like speak up a little bit.
Yeah. What's one position you're afraid to try?
I mean, as of recently, I've done all of them.
Really? I feel like mine's reverse cowgirl.
I haven't done that.
Because then it's just like he's looking directly into my butthole. And I already don't like that. Like, I don't even like 69ing that much, because in my head I'm like, this is cool, but my asshole is right there.
Yeah. That is true. I did missionary. It's fine. I did doggy style. I did doggy style with a belt around my neck. Anyways.
That's hot.
Anyways, no, sickening. I don't even. Anyways. I guess cowgirl.
Yeah.
Because I'm in control, and if I'm jumping too hard, I don't want you to think that like I'm fucking heavy, and I'm like slapping on you.
Yeah, but it's like not. I don't know, when you're doing it, you don't really, like, completely fall down onto them.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could, but that would take a lot
time-
of thigh strength.
One time...
Do you have an opinion on this, Casper? What's a position you're afraid to try?
Eating ass?
Eating ass.
What are you calling? No, one time Paul was... We were doing cowgirl, but we're doing cowboy. And he jumped so high that, like, it felt like we were on a trampoline.
Oh my god.
Like, my pee-pee left him and went back inside. Like,
Whoa.
that's how high he jumped. And we stopped and just laughed, bitch. Laughed about how fucking high he was jumping, bitch.
I love that. That's another important thing in a relationship. If you're able to laugh during sex,
Yes.
I think.
Not at each other, but with each other,
Yes.
obviously.
Yeah. What do you think is the most important aspect of sex? Comfort.
Comfort. Knowledge, too, sometimes.
I mean, yeah, but
Well, I
that's
guess
also something
just
you can learn
casual
together.
sex. Yeah.
Oh, are we talking about relationship or just sex?
Yeah, I guess, okay, relationship, knowledge. Regular sex, comfort, I guess. Because I feel like if you're in a relationship and you're having
the
sex...
opposite. If you're, like, just, like, doing casual stuff with someone, I feel like you would be more concerned about, like, doing it right.
Yeah.
You know, whereas with a relationship, it's, like...
Comfort and trying
comfort,
new
you can
things.
learn together.
Yeah.
I feel like there's
Right.
more pressure in, like, non-commitment.
To be good.
Yeah.
And to not fuck up or look weird.
Mhm.
Or do something that they don't like, and then it's like, okay, I'm leaving now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a 25-year-old guy. Is it weird that I'm still a virgin? Is that a red flag for girls my age?
No.
I don't think it's weird. I
don't think it's weird. I think societal views, girls might be a little gigglier, like, about it.
I don't think people would be giggly, but I, like, just from the female perspective, I can think of, like, how do I word this? There is an overlap of, like, your sex life and your general socialization, because you need to be socialized in order to have sex. So if you are of that age and you haven't had sex, it's not necessarily a bad thing, obviously. But I can see the perspective of a girl being like, okay, well, why hasn't this guy done it? Like, is he, like, weird? Is there something up with him?
Yeah.
It could be, it's more of, like, a underlying paranoia that women have. It's not something directly wrong with you.
Yeah. I'm also probably the opposite. I'm like, oh, you haven't had sex?
I like it when they're inexperienced.
No, me too, because I can teach you.
Yeah.
And then I feel special.
Yeah.
So no, I wouldn't take it as a red flag.
Yeah. What do I do if it's not fitting?
Wait, what?
The question is, what do I do if it's not fitting?
Leave.
Lube it up.
Oh.
What do you think they're talking about?
Relationship.
The dick.
Oh.
What do I do if
Lube
it's
it up.
not fitting?
Lube it up.
Yeah.
Option 2. You gotta prepare the hole. I hate when it's like gay sex, like they try to stick in it. No, baby, you gotta finger me a little bit.
Foreplay.
You gotta make it loose. Yeah, you have make it a good time. Especially if you know you're big. Don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna hurt. You're gonna make him bleed, and then you're a fucking asshole for it.
Yep.
So, preparing, lube, time, bitch. Shove it in, but make it slow. Make it worthwhile. Because if you just stick it in and go for it, that hurts so bad.
Yeah. For you, Sage, how should you refer to a non-binary person's parts?
For me, I don't care that much when it comes to sex because I understand that we don't have terms for gender non-conforming, like, genitals, because they are still technically gendered in the science books of, like, what they're called.
Yeah.
So for me personally,
Bussy.
Yeah, I just don't really care, but, like, I think when you try to make other words like bussy or just shit like that, like, it's almost cringe.
Yeah.
Don't call it don't be having sex with me and be like, oh yeah, you're bussy. No, no, because I'm instantly out of the moment.
Yeah.
But again, that's something that's always going to be up
specific.
to, yeah, that's always up to the person. That's always up to the non-binary person, because I know that, like, my roommate's girlfriend prefers the term girlfriend, but they're non-binary, which is different for everybody. Don't call me boyfriend or girlfriend, call me partner, because I don't know, I personally feel like I'm misgendering a non-binary person when I call them girlfriend or boyfriend. Yeah, I think it's common sense. But if for that person, if that's what you want to be called, that's what you want to be called. It's all up to the person, and that's communication, which is exactly why when you're having sex with gender fluid, gender non-conforming, non-binary people, trans individuals, you have to ask those questions before you have sex. Which is why a lot of those people don't do hookups, because there's so much more blurry lines when it comes to sex.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go pee and then we'll keep going.
Slay.
Someone asked, what the fuck do you do afterwards? Like, just lay there or what?
No, you make conversation.
You can do whatever.
You can do whatever. You can kiss, you can lay there in silence and
You can
just
get
feel the
food.
moment.
You can take a shower.
Yeah, you can be like, can I use the restroom real quick? And then, yeah, like, you have conversation.
Yeah. How to teach your man how to make you orgasm without hurting his feelings. If his feelings are hurt at, like, you telling him that you want pleasure,
Dump.
red flag.
Yeah, super red flag. Why is he upset that you're asking for you to feel the same experience he's experiencing?
If he cares about your pleasure, he won't get his feelings hurt. And if he
He'll do
does,
If he gets hurt, oh, fuck.
yeah,
No, bitch, leave him.
yeah.
But if he doesn't get hurt, you have to explain, like, hey, like, I'm doing all this for you. Like, it'd be nice to feel the same kind of experience back.
Yeah.
Because sex is a two-way street. We're
Completely.
taught in porn that sex is a one-way street for men. That's not the case.
Yeah.
You do all this work. You let people go inside of you. You should be able to feel some type of relief as well.
Yeah.
You should be able to nut that nut, bestie.
Ditch his ass.
Yeah. Fuck someone, have them make you finish, and then record it and then send it to them.
Oh my god.
That's sickening. That's sickening.
Sage is just here to give, like, toxic advice.
Yes.
Okay. Do I need to lower my standards? It seems like I can't like anyone. No.
No, Rachel.
Do not lower. That was not Rachel. That was someone named Camila.
No, Camilla. Don't fucking lower your standards. People will come.
Yeah.
You have to wait.
Mm-hmm. You're so out of focus from sitting so far back. There you go. Slay. Yeah, absolutely not. Don't lower your standards. It may take you longer to find the partner,
That's
but when
okay.
you find the partner, that's the partner.
Yeah, if you're looking for it, you're gonna settle, and then when you settle, you're not gonna be as satisfied as you know you could be.
Exactly. What's the most awkward thing done to you during? I had this one guy that was like, he kept switching between like fucking me and then he would like, yes, he would like do it so quickly and abruptly, and I was like, I don't feel anything in anything you're doing. Like, why are you doing that? If you're gonna eat me out.
Slay.
I'm not like coming from either of those things.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's like, pick one, bitch.
yeah.
Or like do
And
one
do
for
it
a while.
fully, you know?
Do one for a while and then switch.
Yeah.
I think... Do I have to not like it if it's weird? Or is it something weird that someone's done to me that I liked?
I mean, awkward is usually used in the negative context.
Oh, it's
but
just
I think,
awkward.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I think you could, if it was something like untraditional that you ended up liking, then like whatever.
Someone literally spitting in my mouth and me swallowing it.
I think, yeah, definitely done that before.
Yeah.
Also liked it.
I was like, I don't know how I feel about it, but then I did it and I go, oh, can I have like a cup full? Like,
Ew!
like I'm so, hey, hey. I'm literally being like punched in the fucking chin. Yeah, anyways.
Do you ever feel insecure while dating someone? Sometimes I feel that my boyfriend deserves better. Yeah. Especially at the beginning when it's like you're not as secure in your relationship yet. Yeah.
You wonder, like, well, why me? This is so new. Like, you could have chose somebody else. Who knows who you were talking to before me? Like, shit like that. You could easily just get in your head about it. So, yes, it does happen, but don't worry. The more you get into the relationship, the more secure you'll be, and it'll be less, at least apparent in your mind that you're insecure. And if it doesn't, then you start to think about other issues that are making that happen.
Yeah. Are dating apps worth it? I'm scared of meeting creeps, but I'm lonely. I think it's hard because dating apps and really the internet have changed, like, how people perceive dating a lot. Because at this point, like, it's hard to meet someone naturally anymore unless it's like through a friend group or like maybe through work, but I also don't think you should date coworkers. I think they are worth it. It just is, you're gonna have a lot of frustration and it's not gonna be immediate.
No, if you get a dating app, you better expect someone to want to have sex with you, or most people to just be looking for hookups. It doesn't matter if their thing says relationship, they're probably going to want to hook up at some point before you start to date. So it's a slow and tedious process that's going to get you really frustrated, but sometimes I do think it's worth it. I met one of my exes on Grindr. I met the other one on Bumble. I met Nat on Tinder.
I met Tyler on Bumble.
Yeah, like, you find good people. Even Eduardo, when I went on the date with him, I found him on Bumble, or Hinge. So, like,
I use Hinge a lot.
Hinge is nice.
Hinge, I think, the only thing that Bumble has that Hinge doesn't is Bumble can, like, show, like, you can set what you're looking for. Hinge doesn't have that, but in all other aspects, I prefer Hinge.
Yeah, I like Hinge.
What the fuck do you do when your sneaky link starts to fall in love? Side note, I low-key have feels too. I'm just trying to keep them on the down low.
That's complicated.
That is, I feel like there's a lot that could go into that, like why you want to keep them on the down low.
Yeah, that's a loaded question because it's the point of, like, why are you keeping it? Because you don't want to be in a relationship with them?
Is it like a sexuality thing?
Yeah,
is it like...
Is it just being open about stuff? Is it because there's a weird relationship, like, you shouldn't be friends with benefits, but you are? Like, there's so much that goes into that, because my situation was, one wanted something that the other didn't. We both liked each other, and we both knew it, and I kept mine on the down low until I said something, and then it stopped, and then it started again, and then it got worse because we both really liked each other. But one couldn't handle something that the other one wanted.
Yeah, I would say, like, if you both like each other, but you're not like, okay, let's move forward into a relationship, then do you really like each other? You know?
And take a step back, because if one wants something the other one doesn't, it's going to end bad in the end.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah, take a step back. Can you give consent if you're high? That's also I feel like a nuanced thing. Because it's also... There's a lot that goes into that. It's not like a direct yes or no. And I've made like commentary videos about like on topics where consent is mentioned. It depends on the person's tolerance. Depends on if the other person is under the influence.
Yeah.
Technically, if you are under the influence, then you shouldn't give consent. But like if you're a couple and you're both like high and you are horny.
And there's also paperwork now. There literally is paperwork in relationships that some people literally fucking make that, like, is like, if I'm high, if I'm drunk, if I'm unconscious, I'm signing this to say that, like, I'm always giving consent.
Yeah.
Which is weird in itself. If someone is knocked out, I don't think that you should want them to give you consent. But I think that, but like, you shouldn't want to continue something sexually if someone is intoxicated or inebriated.
Yeah, a lot of that is dependent on the other person, like, being willing to do it and like them judging the situation, and a lot of times people maybe misjudge the situation.
Yeah.
Why is Garrett texting me? Yeah, I think it just depends. Again, it just goes back to communicating beforehand. Someone said, how do you like approach it? Like, do you talk about it and plan it, or does it just happen? I think it's a mix of both. Depends on the situation. Most of the times it just happens, but that's for me personally.
Yeah, and then if you get more into it, you can kind of plan certain things or whatever. Like, most of the time I did stuff, it was very unplanned with one person. But then one time we literally were like, all right, we're going to go to a party tonight, and then after the party, you know, we're going to do that. Because it was something that was needed to be planned.
Yeah.
For me. Because I don't bottom. and I bottomed. So from my brain, I needed to plan that shit.
Yeah. You want to be the center of attention so bad. Oh, what sounds does women prefer from men during sex? I like them vocal, but, like, I don't know. I feel like this is bad advice to be like, just don't be weird. But, like, just don't be weird.
Yeah. Just don't be fucking odd, bitch.
Don't be afraid to, like, make sounds.
Yeah, but don't make them.
You don't gotta.
Oh my god. Like, that's weird.
You also don't need to growl, though.
No.
I don't know, normal moans.
Yeah, not
like a girl's, but not as, like, high pitched. How to detach from someone and move on when you're always around them. Don't be around them. Distance. It's just distance, literally.
Distance and or at least momentary distance. If it's a situation where you have to be around them, then when you break things off, you have to establish that, like, look, we are going to still see each other. I want you to know that this is not me being a fucking bitch. This is me saying I cannot mentally be with you if I'm going to be next to you all the time.
Yeah, if you have to be physically close, be emotionally distant.
Yeah.
What is a lacking quality that most relationships could benefit from? That's interesting.
A lacking quality?
Like something, like, uncommon, I guess?
Communication.
I don't want to say communication because, like, that's our answer for everything. I would say, like, maximum comfortability.
Yeah.
Like, me and my boyfriend before bed, we go to the bathroom together, we brush our teeth together, we pee in front of each other. Like, I feel like on that level.
Yeah, comfortability for sure. It's like, it makes it so much easier to do so many things, to talk about so many things when you're comfortable. You can have communication. You could also, talk. Just because you're talking to them doesn't mean you're telling them everything.
Yeah.
But if you're comfortable with them, you can tell them everything, and they'll be okay with it.
Yeah. Would you ever be in an open relationship or just
No.
sex? No romantic involvement. I've tried it before. No. How do you let your partner know that their sex style is too vanilla for you? Don't look at me. The whole thing with a good part of a relationship is sexual chemistry and communication. Me and my boyfriend know that, like, I am more kinky, more experimental, I guess one would say. It just depends on, like, your partner being willing to try things and, like, you also being willing to, like, try things differently. Like, I don't know if he wants me talking about this, but, like, the reason that it's not an issue in my relationship is, can you not squeeze that right now, baby? Is because we're both willing to try the other person's way, and it's not like sex is not unsatisfactory at all. So I don't know. It just depends on, like, how opposite y'all are. If you're willing to communicate, if you're willing to try things. But ultimately, if they're not willing to try things, then I don't think it's worth continuing.
No, you have to be satisfied. I will never be satisfied. But yeah, if you're not, you can bring up the conversation slightly and be like, hey, can we try a couple of new things? And, then that's kind of going to tell you where to go from there. If they're accepting a slay, if they're not, and they're, like, kind of shooting you off, then, you have to be satisfied with things you like during sex. There's also compromise is a big thing.
Yeah, compromise for sure. And you know what? The idea of compromise is, like, it has a negative connotation, but sometimes you end up really liking stuff.
Literally.
I've found a more dominant side that I enjoy.
I used to be dominant, and then I was,
You got the shit fucked up.
I got the shit fucking punch, scratch, beat, bitten, bitch. Like, and I was like, slay, slay. I am your sex dungeon.
Oh my god. Okay, next one. Is it normal to fantasize about my girlfriend during masturbation? We're both virgins. Yeah, I think so.
It's
if
very
y'all are dating, yeah.
That's actually healthy.
It'd be weird if you fantasize about someone else.
Yeah, or no one at all. Like,
yeah.
Not like what? It's not, like, uncommon, but, like, it's okay. If anything, it's good. Because that means you're actually sexually attracted to your girlfriend.
Yes, agree. Do you have to shave the coot?
No.
You don't have to.
Don't keep that shit Forrest Bush long.
Yeah.
But
some men are into that, though.
Yeah.
It depends on your preference. And also, not that your partner's preference should, like, matter. But if you care about them, it is something you should take into consideration.
Yeah, but also, for me personally, I'm one where, like, I don't like a Forrest, but I also don't like skin smooth.
Yeah. If you met and fell in love with a person with a scat kink, what are you doing? Dip. Poop. Dipping.
Get the
nope,
fuck out,
I'm
bitch.
sorry, no.
If you asked me to shit on you, I would... No.
That's the one thing I would never try.
Yep, because I have anxiety about poop, so why the fuck would I do it on somebody?
That's also just gross.
That's also just nasty. Smell
I'll
that?
kink shame that, sorry. Is protected sex real?
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, oh, the only way to be 100% protected is abstinence, but that's not true, especially if you've done, like, surgical, like, contraceptives.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's the pill, there's the IUD, there's, like, the implant, and those are all, I think,
female
like...
condoms, there's underwear now.
I think, like, the whole argument with that is that, like, though none of those are, like, 100% effective, even if they're, like, 99 or 98, they're not 100%. Yeah. But, like, vasectomies, tube tying, that stuff is.
Yeah. That all together, you're telling me you still are going to think about the possibility of something happening? Anything could happen about anything.
Yeah.
That's just you having anxiety.
Yeah, there's definitely protected sex, especially, like, if you go to that extreme. Not that you have to, but, like,
no,
if you are that
to.
worried, I want to. Especially with the abortion laws right now.
No slay.
Are you monogamous? Yes. That's when you only date one person.
No. Because I don't have it. Oh, am I in a normal setting?
Yes. I was like...
Am I currently monogamous now? No. Nobody wants me.
What if you don't like oral, but your partner loves doing it, so you let them do it anyway? I mean...
Conversation.
Yeah. If you aren't into it, then, like, that's just going to make you uncomfortable, and sex should be comfortable.
Yeah, if you're uncomfortable, but they like doing it, so you want to make them happy. If making them happy overshoots the fact that you don't necessarily like it, then fine. But if you're uncomfortable, but you want to make them happy, no, bestie. There are other ways to make both of you happy.
Yeah. My boyfriend suddenly lost all interest in having sex with me. I'm so worried he might have lost interest in me. Ooh.
Wow.
You're going to have to confront him.
Yeah, that's just straight up a conversation you have to have with him.
Because that could be cheating. That could be something going on at work or in his personal life. If he's not, like, willing to open up about it, though, that's suspicious.
Yeah, and then that...
But maybe he's just too awkward to bring something up. Thoughts on your boyfriend watching porn or subscribing to OnlyFans? No.
No.
What do you need that for if I'm here?
No, literally. You got free porn, bitch.
Yeah.
If anything. But paying someone for their content when you have a girlfriend? No.
Yeah. OnlyFans is, like, an absolute no. Porn is, like...
Whatever.
In certain situations, like, maybe you're long distance or, like, y'all are, like, not seeing each other for a bit, then, like, I guess if he has to... I mean, that could also go into a deeper conversation of, like, the ethics of the porn industry, because in a lot of scenarios it's not, but, like, and also there's, like, okay, well, you could send your own stuff, but if you're not comfortable doing that, and if you're long distance or whatever, like, there are situations where it's like, okay, do what you gotta do.
Also, other situations of, like, if you...
OnlyFans? No.
aren't having sex, necessarily.
Yeah.
Because of comfortability
if you're waiting till
whatever.
marriage or something.
Yeah, like, I've dated a multiple of trans men, and both of those situations at some point we didn't have sex because they were, they weren't comfortable on that level, and you know what, that was fine with me. So I mean, I watched porn, but it was a conversation we had.
Yeah. How do you know the difference between being too in love / obsessed versus just being in love? That's something you would have to look at yourself. Like, are you ignoring friends and family? Are you, like, are you performing differently outside of aspects of your relationship, like at work or at school or in other, if you're neglecting other things, I would say that that's, like, maybe not too in love, because I don't even know if that's, like, a thing, but codependency is.
Yeah. And I know codependency when I see it.
How do we feel about a man who won't eat pussy? Boo. Tomato.
Fuck you mean I gotta do all this for you and you ain't finna eat me out?
Yeah.
Nar. Just then be gay. I don't know. Like, what the fuck?
Honestly, yeah, I guess.
Like,
ditch his ass.
Or if he's ace, then that's a different thing.
Yeah, but in that context, I don't think that's what they meant.
No.
Are there any sexual encounters you wish you never had?
Yes.
Yeah.
my first time.
Same.
When I realized I wasn't in love with one of my exes. We were having sex and I could not keep it hard. And I was like, what is going on? And it wasn't because I didn't think they were unattractive or I didn't like the fact that they were like trans. It was literally just because we were going through so much shit. The last thing I could even think about was having sex with them because I was so frustrated about our relationship.
Yeah.
And it was a bad time because we both cried that night.
What do you do when you get feelings for your homophobic best friend? In parentheses, I'm closeted. Why are you friends with the homophobe?
No, yeah, wait.
Hold on.
Even if you're closeted, that's okay. Morals, baby.
That's tough though. That's like a form of self-punishment in some way, I feel like. I don't know, man.
You're kind of seeking that, like, trouble.
Yeah.
Just don't like them. Don't be friends with them. End that entire part of your life.
Yeah. Especially if you know that it's, like, not ever gonna work.
Literally just said
then hanging out with them is gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, you started it with the fact that they were homophobic and you're gay. That's an issue.
Ashley asked what our most embarrassing sexual encounters are. Hey, girl, we love
bestie.
you.
She's bestie. Some might say we just started hanging out again.
Some might say because of that, your opinions changed.
Yeah.
How interesting.
Some might say that my opinions changed because I hang out with Ashley.
That's
but she's the bestie for the rest of these. She's been keeping it 100G.
Most embarrassing sexual encounter. One time in high school, after work, me and my girlfriend went over to this parking lot across the street from our work because we worked together, and I was fingering her in the backseat of my car, and I accidentally put it in her butt.
I accidentally home wrecked.
What?
I didn't know. They said they were open relationship, and then we start having sex, right? And I start topping them, and then they poop.
That's what I was
on my bed. And so I said, oh, it's everywhere. It's on my pee-pee. It's on the bed. It's on his butt. So he was like freaking out and like about to like cry, bitch. And I was like, it's okay. Hey, I'm not a mean person. So when it comes to sex, because I know what it's like to feel embarrassed. So I said, hey, it's okay. The bathroom's over there. Go clean yourself up. I'll clean myself up. We'll clean the bed. We'll figure it out. Whatever. So he goes. I walk into the living room. I'm fucking pissed. I'm about to start crying because like I was already low. I wasn't into hookups at the time as much as I like used to be. I still am. I still have this love-hate relationship with myself about hookups. They're unsatisfying, but
ultimately
I still do them. Last night, anyways. But I cleaned up myself, and I was like so pissed because my fucking room now smelled like shit. And he was shitting in my room. No.
That was one of the first things we ever talked about when we became friends. Is that one time y'all were having sex and you pulled out and there was poop on your pee-pee.
That was Nick.
No, you told me that was Gabe.
Nope.
Yes.
I never penetrated Gabe.
Really?
Never.
Interesting.
I never even actually seen his penis in person.
Oh my god. Slay.
Anyways.
Wait, then who is this you're talking about?
College.
Who?
His name's Mickey. He is a history major. It was just from Grindr.
Oh.
Yeah, I basically pooped on me, right? And so that was very embarrassing. And he's like, what are we gonna do now? We can like maybe continue. And I was like, I respectfully think you should leave.
Oh wow.
And so I kicked him out in a nice way. And then I cried for hours. And then I had to wash my sheets like 3 times. And I slept without sheets on my bed for like a week because shit.
Yeah.
And my sheets were white with stars.
Did they stain?
No.
Oh, that's good.
Thank God. I fucking scrubbed them in the sink crying because now shit is in my sink. Shit is in my hands. I was fucking annoyed. It was actually embarrassing. And then I get a message months later from his fiance that they were never in an open relationship and they were supposed to get married. And she asked me what happened. She said, I'm not upset with you. It's not your fault. He told me that he lied to you. He told me that he told
At
me
least she wasn't upset.
No, yeah.
Did they call off the wedding?
They
better have.
They're still together. Yeah, because I was at Starbucks and I was talking to the girls in line because I was bored. I wanted to make conversation. I talk strange all the time. And then I turn around and a couple comes up and it's them two together. And they both look at me and he literally, I'm not kidding, he runs out of the library. Runs out of the Starbucks line and he was so embarrassed as soon as he saw my face. And she didn't know what to do. She wanted to talk to me in person. She wanted to say something because she texted me apologizing for the way he acted.
Yeah.
Because he bolted and then she kind of bolted too.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, and the girls online were like, what? And I was like, dude, I have a story for y'all. And So I told all these random bitches in the Starbucks line I did not know what the fuck just happened because it was funny.
My God.
But that was my most embarrassing story. I got shot on. I mean, I got shot on in high school by Nick, but like we were also fucking 15.
Yeah.
I was having sex at... Y'all don't have sex at 14, 15, please.
Yeah, don't do it. I don't even know, like, for, like, a lot of times when I trust someone enough to have sex with them, I'm able to, like, if I feel awkward, we're able to, like, laugh it off. I would say one time, I do, no, that's, but I don't ever really feel awkward about that or, like, embarrassed about that. Sometimes I, like, randomly get very emotional after sex and I just cry. I was embarrassed the first time I did that with Andrew. Monster cock. Big. Andrew, you all literally had a conversation. Remember? Ow!
You said monster cock and I was like, Jorge?
Not that one, no. But his was...
I was like, you fucked Jorge?
I mean, I feel like they're around the same size.
Bitch, Ashley would let you fuck him her.
Well, I don't want to.
Oh, yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, no, you're satisfied.
I am. Yeah, I did cry. I felt a little embarrassed, but it was, like, not a big deal. He didn't make it weird or anything. One time, the first person that I hooked up with after I left my long-term relationship, it was, like, just generally awkward, because it was kind of one of those things where it was, like, there wasn't that much chemistry, but it was, like, my first date after a relationship, and so I was just kind of like, okay, there should be Dylan.
Yeah.
And we hooked up, and he had to leave, like, halfway through, because he had to go to work, and that was just, like, it was more embarrassing in the sense of, like, I didn't respect myself. I shouldn't have even, like, done that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really do...
Me with half of the hookups I do, I'm like, I shouldn't have did that. I feel weird now. Anyways, we are trying to love ourselves, and I told myself, no more hooking up.
Yeah. I'm at a point where, like, if something embarrassing happens, I just laugh it off. Like, oh, my God, literally last night, we were doing it, and, like, the way our bodies would press together and separate, it kept making farting sounds, and we just kept laughing. But it wasn't embarrassing.
I think one time me and Brandon, I think it was the first time he was fucking me, and it, like, kept making, like, the noises.
I think that shit is so fucking funny.
I was just like, I'm trying not to not be in the moment, but it's hard, because these noises are funny.
You can still be in the moment, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't make things embarrassing.
Embarrassing is, like, one time I felt embarrassed. It wasn't an embarrassing situation, but, like, when Brandon was whispering in my ear, like, asking me, like, wait, maybe Brandon does not want me talking about this. Him, it's okay. I'm okay now that you, like, told people at school. Me telling literally thousands of people that, like, he was making me, like, beg for it. And I, like, didn't know what to say. Like, I physically was, like... And I could not say anything.
Oh my God.
I was, like, in shock. Because, like, it was, like, the first time we had talked about being communicative.
Yeah.
And talking during sex, and we never did it. So we were trying it this time. And I just kind of was like... Like, nothing came out. And I was like...
Oh, wow.
And then he, like, yelled at me. But, like, in a good way. And then he got mad at me.
Oh my God.
In a good way. It was hot. Brandon, if you're listening to this, slay.
No, I just want to have sex. I'm kidding.
Now I want to call Brandon.
No.
You want to drive to Lubbock?
No.
I'm giving his
If I'm
whole
driving
address.
anywhere, it's going to Tyler's house.
I'll drop you off on the way.
No, you have to go to San Antonio. Those were the things. Cass, what do you want? Why'd you walk in like that? Why are your ears so big? Why are you gay? Dogs are weird. Anyway, that was this video. Thank you for watching this video or listening to the podcast, whatever. If you liked it, then give it a like and give it a comment. And next time we hang out, we might do another one of these. Because it's fun.
And y'all like me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Subscribe to Sage.
I don't post, but I will. I'm going to post the Galveston vlog at some point.
There you go. All right. Bye.
Slay.